He arrived as the sort of story that football loves. A local boy from La Masia with a dream debut, a name that suddenly trended, and a goal so fast it felt like fate. 23 seconds into his first match, the ball in the net and the crowd in disbelief. For a moment the arc was clear. Teenager rises, club nurtures, future secured. But football rarely follows tidy arcs for long. This summer that tidy story cracked when the same young forward chose a different path, answering a call that pulled him across leagues and allegiances. Chelsea's manager made the call, Enzo Masia reached out directly, and the offer, a sporting project and trust, was enough for the 19-year-old to pack his bags and put on a different shirt. He's honest about it. He does not regret leaving. He says Barca gave him everything, that it was his home, but that opportunity, clarity on playing time, and belief from a manager mattered more at that decisive moment. That single decision now creates a complicated tableau. To Barcelona fans, it feels like loss. To neutrals, it reads as the latest example of a global market where talent flows to the clubs that promise immediate roles and big stages. To the player himself, it's a chance to grow, to test his skills every week in the intensity of the Premier League and under a coach who he says works with tactical detail and positional drills reminiscent of Guardiola's teams. He's not burning bridges. He even admits he wouldn't celebrate a goal against his old club, but the arrival of this narrative on the Champions League stage guarantees heat. There's another sharp angle. He didn't have a face-to-face with Hansi Flick before walking away. Flick sent a message, yes, but no conversation that might have altered his calculus. That detail matters because it throws a spotlight on Barcelona's approach to integrating young talent after managerial changes. Was this an oversight, bad timing, or a symptom of a deeper policy mismatch? When a prodigy can be persuaded to leave without an earnest tete-a-tete, questions multiply about communication, patience, and pathway promises. On the pitch, the stakes are more immediate. Chelsea is a stacked squad, a team he described as the best in the world right now on the basis of individual talent and collective work. That's heady talk for a teenager, but it's also pragmatic. He believes the environment will help him improve, that the tactical intensity of training, the clarity from the manager, and the unity in the dressing room give him the platform he wants. Off the pitch, this transfer is a flashpoint. For Barcelona, it's a cautionary tale about retention and youth planning. For Chelsea, it's a recruitment win and a narrative to sell, a homegrown gem choosing Stamford Bridge over Camp Nou. The Champions League meeting between his new club and his old one becomes a narrative not where emotion, professional ambition and identity collide. Will minutes come? Will he shine? Will he hold back celebrations out of respect? Or will the pressure force an instinctive reaction? Those human moments will be scrutinized as much as his touches and runs. Beyond the drama of one match, there's a larger conversation. Clubs across Europe are now competing not just with money, but with clarity of opportunity. Young players with breakout moments are prioritizing tactical fit and fast routes to first-team minutes. Managers who can offer a clear project suddenly wield powerful persuasion. For Barcelona, a club that prides itself on producing stars, losing a player who scored within half a minute of his debut raises uncomfortable questions about whether the pathway is as secure as the academy's reputation suggests. For Chelsea, the signing underscores a strategy that mixes established stars with energetic youth hungry to prove themselves on the biggest nights. For the player, this is both test and moment, the chance to prove his decision to himself and to silence critics by performing when it matters most. The story that began with a 23-second miracle has grown into something much bigger, a transfer that forces fans, pundits and officials to re-examine how clubs treat rising talent, how managers communicate, and how loyalty and opportunity now intersect in modern football. Whatever happens on the night they meet, the match will not just be about 3 points or group standings. It will be a public verdict on a teenager's gamble, a verdict that could reshape conversations about youth development at two European giants for seasons to come.